Hello, we're back with the Jacksonville History Show. We're in a big holiday mood, and I'm Emily Rutherford-Liska, and I'm here with the president of the Rotary Club of South Jacksonville, and that is Lee Mercier. Hello, Lee.
Hello, glad to be with you today.
Oh, it's great to have you with me because we're talking about a beloved Jacksonville, now tradition.
Now in our 7th year.
7 years. The Rotary Club of South Jacksonville has put on this extravaganza, and that's what it's called, the Gingerbread Extravaganza. And it kicks off the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it runs up until the 23rd. 23rd.
Right.
Thank you, 23rd of December. I better know because it's going to be housed at the Jacksonville Historical Society.
Yeah, we'll be open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before Christmas.
That's right, because the typical schedule is Wednesday through Saturday of every week from 11 until 5, but there'll be these bonus days of the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, leading right up to Christmas.
Exactly, where we hope to see a lot of people coming through as part of their holiday celebration.
And of course this should be in the newspaper and on websites on most any day to go over these dates. But it's a wonderful, wonderful event. And with the Gingerbread Extravaganza, you have given tremendous amounts of dollars to local charities. Tell us about that a little bit.
Well, I believe the total is almost $700,000 now.
Oh my goodness.
And we've given primarily to Habit Jacks and to Ronald McDonald House, but we also spread that money among local charities as well. $15,000 to $20,000 goes out to a lot of different local charities as well as the sponsoring charities.
So you're just so generous with this. And this year, you actually have a new component added to your giving. And I think this is such a wonderful idea. Yeah. Talk about that.
One of Rotary's focus internationally is to try to eradicate polio all over the world. As you may know, there are still 4 countries where polio has not been eradicated. In spite of all our best efforts, there are four countries, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Nigeria, where there are still some cases of polio. So as part of our effort this year, in addition to other ways of raising money inside the club, we have a dual ticket. If you just want to visit the show, it's $5. If you also want to make a contribution to the international effort of Rotary International, the ticket is $10, so $5 goes to Rotary International for that cause, which is a great cause.
And if you're bringing a lot of children, you can even, the children can come for
less.
Children
are free, actually. Young children no charge.
And then as they get a little older, there is a charge of $3 per child. And
very minimal.
Very minimal charge, and all the proceeds go to charity. Nothing is held out. I wanted to show what people might see when they attend a Rotary Gingerbread Extravaganza, because it is extravagant.
It's different every year.
It is.
And these are, I believe, some slides of prior years.
And so what we're going to do, we're going to get focused on the screen for a minute here. And of course, there is your typical logo celebrating the Gingerbread House Extravaganza. And let's take a look at a typical house. Well, that wasn't a house. Let's just stay here for a minute. This is really fun, and it's showcasing some of Jacksonville's and other parts of the country's beloved buildings. In this case, a McDonald's. Yeah. We were trying to decide when the first McDonald's in that style hit Jacksonville. We think in the mid-1960s, out on Main Street, and there was one on Beach Boulevard in that design as well. So that is actually made of gingerbread, which is just amazing when you see it. Let's go forward, and then I'll go backward here. You want to talk about this one?
Well, this is an artist's conception of the Bridge of Lions in St. Augustine, very fanciful. And, you know, the best thing is people get to play with the ideas and make their own version.
And what I have to say that you can't see here, that artist had all those light posts, the lamp posts on the bridge lighted. They were lit for the extravaganza. It was wonderful. And now we're going to go forward because I am so electronically inept. And here you go. Talk about this.
This is just a sort of a whimsical standard gingerbread house. Looks like with the reindeer out front, and very realistic for that scale, I think.
And that was, you can't see everything, but you could see inside the house in many places. The house was completely lit. The tree was so creative, made out of popcorn and it was just a fabulous tree. And I believe this was the People's Choice last year.
Last year we had a fabulous version of the Florida Theater, too, where you could look in the windows, see the seats, and it was probably about 3 feet by 3 feet.
It
was just an amazing.
It was amazing because you could see so many components of the theater. This was a real crowd favorite a few years ago. You want to talk about this?
Back when it was Alltel Stadium, now our Jaguar Stadium.
And I think my favorite part
multi-tiered.
was the fact that they use gummy bears to represent the people in the stands. I cannot even imagine how many gummy bears this constructor of this gingerbread stadium used, but it was an inspiration, I have to tell you. I went back to look at that time and time again.
Just for reference, the average cost of building one of these is about $500. And there are fairly strict rules. Most of the materials have to be edible. Except after 3 weeks of the show, you definitely would not want to try tasting even a gummy bear.
On the other hand, I've actually seen entries by families that were rather fabulous yet simply done.
Yep.
And so you do have those as well, but most of them are fairly elaborate. Here's a great one.
Yeah, this is another church, obviously, from, I'm not sure where it's from. Do you recall?
This is St. Paul's, I think, at the beach, I believe. Well, no, is that, but anyway, St. Paul's Church. And that is really beautifully done. And this just gives an example of some of the houses you'll see when you attend the Gingerbread Extravaganza. Let's talk a little bit more. Oh, we have one more. Go ahead.
This is the former Independent Life building downtown, now the Modus building, which obviously took a great deal of work to bake the gingerbread with to go in a vertical plane.
And you know, and we'll come back to set now for a minute and just talk a little bit. I mean, this is just the same. Like, obviously, I was behaving very parochial and had a lot of Jacksonville's buildings in this. Yep. But you can see all sorts of gingerbread creations at this.
Exactly.
And luckily the people do trade heavily on a lot of the buildings and landmarks here in Jacksonville when they present, but you see everything.
And fantasies as well. I mean, we've had all sorts of creations.
Now I want to add for those listening that, you know, we've mentioned the times as 11 to 5, Wednesdays through Saturdays to see the Gingerbread Extravaganza. I need to say where it's located. I've alluded to that. It is at the Jacksonville Historical Society's headquarters, Old St. Andrews, which is immediately across the street from the front doors of the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. And on A. Philip Randolph Boulevard. The parking is free. And there's still another bonus. If someone wants to bring a group, a senior citizen center, a club, an organization, a scout troop, a classroom, we will open it up for them virtually any agreed upon time. They can simply call the Jacksonville Historical Society or contact South Jacksonville Rotary,
for sure.
And we'll open the show, especially for them if it's not standardly
Tuesdays
open.
Would be perfect. That's
Mondays,
a very good
Tuesdays,
day.
we will open the show for them, or earlier than 11 o'clock as announced. So they just need to give a call, because this is a fabulous event for groups, and of course we've been booking groups for this, but the foot traffic just from citizens is wonderful, and it's a great part of town to come to as well.
Absolutely. And this is the third year we've been at the Old St. Andrews Church, the Jacksonville Historical Society, and it's a great marriage. And it's the perfect place.
We love having you there. And of course, another bonus is we have the angel tree. So the tree that Betsy Lovett provides every year for the event, and it's decorated with these beautiful angels. And this year, another component's been added. We'll have some wonderful visuals of Jacksonville at Christmas time throughout our history. So that'll be a lot of fun to see. Wonderful. Lee, I want to thank you. Can you give me a website people can go to if they want to find out more?
Actually, I think they better call the Jacksonville Historical Society.